Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, Civil War. I'm Grandpa Gaming. This is episode 40 for Rebel Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, last episode, we finally made it through the winter of 62-63. And it was a long winter. We had a lot of engagements that I really don't think should have happened because the Federals could not sit on their haunches for the winter and recover themselves. I mean, we had a lot of engagements, especially at Manassas. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Just straight up ridiculous. I'm not even sure where the winter battles start, but I did go through a list of the battles for January, so suffice to say, we were, I think I misstated the number during the episode, but I got it correct in the chapters. We had 26 battles at Manassas so far. Oh, good God. I'm really tired of Manassas. So, yeah, finally through the winter. So, it's now April 1st. So instead of going through a full recap, because nothing's really changed on the map, we're going to go through the April monthlies, and then we are going to go over the plans for the spring offensive. All right, monetary reports. So current rating of our nation, it says on here triple C plus, though we are B minus up here. Not a big difference, but that's a big enough difference for me. It means we're starting to recover our economy. Our debt increased by an additional $25 million. I did cut another bond. Current economy cycle is contraction. And our tax revenues increased by $56 million. That's a very good sign. We didn't construct any buildings last month. And total export was 890 out with 834 coming in. So we're ahead of the export game. And average core production over the last 3 months, 162 million. A change of plus 632,000. That's a very good sign. Though we're still short of all the same things and overstocked on the usual goods. Looking at finances, we did take a dive in money as I did place a weapons order. And we're actually about to cut another bond here. We're down to $582,000. But total expenditures have come down. It's at $699 million. We brought in $650. That doesn't seem to add up to what we just read in the report. But army upkeep has gone up, but that's also because we did put some better weapons in there. And better weapons mean more expensive upkeep. That's always a downside to better weapons. It's more expensive upkeep with the weaponry. So I just added a bunch of, because we're not able to order them, because that's probably why the British didn't intervene, is I never did Diplomacy 5. So we can't get the 6-pound weirds that I wanted. I did order a bunch of 12-pounders. And a lot more mini rifles from the French. Going over intelligence, the Federals are now working on Bank Act 1, which is a pretty powerful act. And the following projects: recruitment offices, propaganda, civil order. And I've recruited 33,000 men into 27 brigades. Oh, okay, that's a big jump. Morale Federal Army is currently at 60%, and they've lost 2 high-ranking officers, Brigadier General Green and Brigadier General Van Wyck, probably at the auto-resolve battles at Manassas. So I didn't go, because we don't get the full reports, I didn't go through those. Looking at strategy. National morale, Federals at 57 to our 85. National support, they're at 77 to our 66. Morale of armies, this says they're at 57 to our 80. Men in the field are now 297,255 in the field to 195,082. So almost 100,000 man difference. Naval tonnage at 256,450 to our 38,240. Battles won, they're still sitting at 16, and we're now at 114 victories. And total casualties at 272,232 to our 88,585. I'm really thinking we're going to get them across that 300,000 mark before we meet the 100,000. I'll be very happy with that. Policies. Still working on Conscription Act 1. That'll be another 50 days until it's complete, so probably halfway through May we'll finally have that finished. At which point I'll be coming over to the Tariff Act. I'm going to start putting some tariffs onto the British and everybody else who's trading with us because we need that money. Projects. What do we have available? Yeah, propaganda, counter propaganda, suppress population. We're going to take a point of propaganda, which should raise our state support. So let's pump that up. And what do we have over here? Agents, gunboats. Nothing here that we want, so we're going to continue banking up that money. It's like we're not really using Lorenz's or the reboard Austrian rifle, so that's not even worth taking. So we're going to save that money up. All right, I think that covers everything for the April monthly, and yeah, let me finalize my plans for the spring offensive, then we'll go over that. All right, we're now up in the far northwest of our current battle area. I'm going to start in the west, head back down along our lines back to the east. All right, so weather up here is still not conducive to operations. It's 29 degrees. It's still snow on the ground, so we're going to sit tight for now and wait to see what the Army of Northwest Missouri does. So Lee's just about to hit the green again. I'm expecting the Federals to make another push out to hit him, which is good for us. As the Indian Army is almost complete with the fortification up here, that's 17 days away, and they're finally almost back into the green themselves. As soon as this fortification is done, I am hoping the Army of Missouri hits us prior to them getting down here. Because as soon as they're done up here, they're going to take the rail line back down to St. Paul and then push westward to St. Cloud and sit there while Lee gets his readiness back up, and then we'll leapfrog up to Ottertail and push these boys back up towards the Canadian border and just keep them out of the way for the rest of the year. Engineer Corps is still heading north. It's going to take them a while still to get to Otanagan, but they're close enough now. We've taken over control of the copper mines and iron mines in the area. As soon as I get the readiness back, I'm going to come back down here to this crossroad and build a fortification there to make sure we retain control of all of this. Siege train has made it to Davenport. They're going to rest there until they're at least into orange readiness, and then I'll have them move by rail over to Chicago where they can fully get their readiness back up. Once their readiness is back up, they're going to push eastwards to Detroit. They're going to take Lansing and then Detroit. Detroit has a fortification there, so I need them to reduce that fortification. The traveling harem is going to push east to Fort Wayne, Toledo, then onward to Cleveland. So, from here, Fort Wayne, Toledo, Cleveland. Army of Kanawha is going to push east out of St. Louis and through Valandia, Tor Halt, Greencastle, and into Indianapolis. Army of Western Tennessee is going to move east along the Ohio River to Evansville, hopefully catching the Federal Army in this area, which is the Cumberland. Army of Middle Tennessee is going to push north through Bowling Green, Mumfordsville, and into Louisville. Army of Eastern Tennessee is going to shove 3rd Corps Army of Virginia out of the way, which is very much under strength of them, push north towards Lexington, Covington, and finally Cincinnati. Army of Shenandoah is going to shove these 2 corps that are outside of Richmond out of the way, and then they are going to move into Western Virginia. Charleston is under our control, so they come through here up to Stanton, push through to Beverly, kick out the 2nd Corps Army Potomac, which doesn't have very many men in it. They've been sitting here this entire campaign. I may just bypass them and go straight for Grafton, because they're really not a threat to us. So their main intent is to resecure Grafton and Wheeling, and then halt there. It's also the same thing. That's one thing I forgot to say about the Army of Eastern Tennessee. Once they've reclaimed Cincinnati, they are to move on to Marietta. And Army of Kanawha, once Indianapolis is secured, or Army of Middle Tennessee, will move on Columbus. And then we'll make a concerted push on to Cleveland at some point, hopefully, and hold the line here and keep the Federals bogged down in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and the Northeast states. This spring offensive may end the campaign. We may make it to our objectives. We may not. I don't know. It's the movements I'm planning out here are very large and far-reaching, and I'm expecting the AI to react to it heavily. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to get these troops on the move, get these orders put out, and I expect our first engagement will be over here at Cumberland Gap. All right, it's 8:52 a.m. of April 1st. I thought our first battle was going to be at Cumberland Gap. It looks like it's going to be another battle at Richmond as we push the 1st and 2nd Corps, the Army of Virginia and Army James, out of the way. 1st Corps has been really denuded of troops. They're down to 1,002 men and 39 guns, so majority of those men are the artillery, possibly brigade of cavalry, regiment or two of cavalry. 2nd Corps Army of James is at 10,083 men and 53 guns. So they're bringing 6,910 infantry, 2,981 cavalry, 92 guns under command of David Hunter. We're bringing 16,659 infantry, 767 cavalry, and 24 guns. Those 92 guns are not going to make a difference for them. So I'm hoping 2nd Corps has been showing some attrition here, even though they did take command of the Richmond depot from us. But I'm hoping they're not going to be in too much of a condition to fight. I'm looking to get them shoved out of the way and keep our readiness as high as possible and move us into Western Virginia. Welcome, my grunts, to the 4th and what I hope to be final battle of Richmond. We are on the attack, and we're actually attacking from the direction the Federals usually come at us from, and they are defending where we're usually defending at Shady Grove Church. So, very straightforward plan. As it's 8:30 in the morning, the Federals have 46 rounds to my 57. I'm going to try and get my forces here as quickly as possible. It's going to come straight down the old post road from New Cold Harbor up towards Mechanicsville and attack across the open plains here into Shady Grove Church. Probably across this plain right here and into these woods. Very straightforward. And I want to just punch them out of the way as quickly as possible, as I said. Nothing fancy going into this attack. It'll probably be an on-echelon attack, but that's as fancy as it gets. So, like I said, I want this done quick and dirty. So I'm going to get my troops on the move, and I'll be back once we have contact with the Federals. All right, it's 11:50 in the morning at day 1, and we do have a sighting on Federals. And I'm only seeing their 1st Corps right now. I don't see the other corps. This corps is made up mostly of artillery. Some of its divisions are just one battery and one brigade of cavalry. Everything else is in the other corps, which I don't have spotted just yet. But from the way they are set up, I'm going to basically launch my attack immediately as I get there, even though I don't see the infantry. I'm going to be sending Stonewall's division up this road here, just in case their infantry is back here. Ewell's division is to advance along this road. French's division is to advance along this road here. And I'm going to leave Ewell here in the center in case I need him to just push through these woods here. I'm not expecting to, but Jackson's division is definitely going in first and hopefully to turn these forces in his direction while French pushes up this way and catches him from the other side. It's going to be a while yet before my forces are in position. So, now you know what my plan of attack is. I'll be back once I'm ready to kick it off. Right, it's now 12:45, and I am moving into my final attack positions. I have the Stonewall Brigade heading up here to the crossroads, as I still do not see the Federal infantry, and it might be back here somewhere. Bartow's Brigade heading right over here to the edge of the stream and directly behind the Federal forces, and B's Brigade is moving into his right. Smith's Brigade is on the road here, along with Breckenridge and the brand new Kentucky Legion. This is their first fight. They're just going to hold position here because the artillery is firing away at them, so I'm just going to lay them down and let them waste their ammunition and their eyesight on them. So hopefully this will allow Jackson's men to get into a better attack position. So I'm hoping to push Bartow's Brigade straight into this artillery back here while B comes in on the flank of this battery and the cavalry. Looks like they do have orders going out. Maybe as a reaction to us, maybe not. Where the hell is that other corps? It is 2 corps from 2 separate armies, so they may not be working in concert with each other. Looks like cavalry is dismounting. Still not facing Jackson's forces. I'm going to push my cavalry into the woods over here, dismount them in loose order, and guard that flank with Jackson or the Stonewall Brigade.
Let the rebels come. We'll give them canister.
I don't think I ever heard that line before. Any rest of you guys hear that? So let those rebels come. We'll give them canister. I don't think I've heard that one before. It's usually hardtack and coffee's got my stomach boiled. All right, let's begin this final push in on this core here. Feels weird leaving the Stonewall Brigade out of this, but I think it is necessary for right now. As soon as our rifles start firing, I'll start moving in Smith's brigade here. Thankfully, keeping him in charge of brigade this entire campaign has not allowed him to do anything crazy. Like plan invasions of Kentucky, that should not happen. You know, I think I could safely swing them in on this attack. Come on, boys, get moving. Oh, the anticipation of taking these Yankees down is killing me. He's still not turned these guns to face us yet. Bad decision. Oh, if anybody's wondering what today's battle brew is, it is Sexton Irish whiskey. All right, push in. Still don't see that federal infantry. Got me kind of worried. All right, Smith, time to start pushing in. I've not seen that battery off yet. There it goes. Straight to those batteries, Stonewall Brigade. Where the hell is that other core? Gotta be back up this road somewhere. He jumped out over here. That cavalry brigade, finally. Now they fall like dominoes. Taking more casualties than I expected, but we are on the attack. Somebody's command staff just retreated through us. First Kentucky out of the fight. It's their first battle. I want to get rid of those jitters. Boys, you can do better than that. Oh, coffee mill. Why would you turn your direction? Not quite enough to see them off yet. We gotta wait for that other core to show up. Boys, what are you doing? Get moving. Alright, you'll... Let's get your division over here. Damn, that thing's doing more damage than it usually does. Like no damage to these batteries. So let's get your boys on that flank. Blocking position over there. That battery finally went away. Boys come right over here. Not knowing where this other core is kind of driving me up a wall. But, we'll see off this last battery and take the objective. Maybe we'll see them today, maybe not. I'll come back in if they attack us. And never mind, as soon as I said I'll come back in if they attack us, they decided to retreat right after we took the objective. So basically, as soon as I stop recording. So we'll just speed this along. Can't believe we didn't see that infantry, but then again, like I said, it's two separate corps, two separate commanders, no commanding general on the field. They're going to do their own thing. So we got 0 of their 7,500 infantry. We got 300 of their 3,300 cavalry, 40 of their 100 guns. Total loss of 750 of their 12,000 men. We lost 252 of our 16,655 infantry, and that was it. So casualties were a bit higher than I expected for fighting such a small force, but you know, going against artillery and canister, you know, it's going to happen. All right, no viewer units in this force, so we're just going to see if we got any of their officers. And we were fighting First Corps, it looks like. Like I said, these divisions all have batteries. There, we killed Lieutenant Colonel Childs. Wounded Brigadier General Taylor. Wounded Major Hall. Wounded Major Bargriff. Wounded Major Hall. Oh, no. We already did. What about... Killed Warner and wounded Lieutenant Colonel Hurlbutt. So 2 officers dead, 4 wounded. I'll take those numbers. The other corps did not fight us. I don't know if they're going to retreat very far. I'm hoping they do, because I want to get this corps out into Western Virginia. Victory at the 4th Battle of Richmond. Now, Richmond is aimed with the 1st Corps and 2nd Corps of 2 separate armies. I forget which 2 we were fighting at this point. Retreating in panic. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 733 men. There are 82 killed and 153 captured. Our casualties totaled 252 men with 123 killed, 30 missing. Captured 158 rifles and 13 guns from the field and sent 138 soldiers off to our prison camps. And they blamed the loss on Pold Major Warner, who was also killed in action. What BS. Blaming it on a battery commander. That is complete BS. Not only battery commander was killed in action. Ugh, disgusting. Let's get this battle rolled out. Next one should be over here at Cumberland Gap if they choose to fight us. They may or may not. Nope, they are withdrawing. And not moving. They just burned down that depot, but could care less about that. Let's move in a little closer. They didn't go anywhere. You gotta get them gone. Otherwise, we can't move. Says they're withdrawing, but they are not. Let's see if we can't push past this. How are we looking over here? About halfway to Bowling Green. Oh, they moved into Cairo as soon as we moved out. Halt your orders. So I think they're over here, Pinckneyville. That's fine. That's fine. I got something for you. They moved fast. I'm not used to seeing Federals do that. Interesting. Unless they're already moving to attack us, I think they just came down the railroad line from Pinckneyville. Now we're looking up here. Haven't gotten too far, but we're using more rail. They should have taken the railroad line to South Bend. But we're using more trains than we actually have available with all the offenses going on right now. Thought you were already there. He's going to be here a few days longer than I expected. Yeah, that core is just kind of... And we're glitching, showing a railroad line. Let's see if they chase us. There's not many men in that force, so I'm not really too worried about it. What we got here? All right, back to Cairo. First Corps, Army to Cumberland, with 13,294 infantry, 340 cavalry, and 0 guns under command of John Davidson, Virginian. Time to put his traitorous ass in the dirt. Going up against the Army of Western Tennessee with 18,721 infantry, 0 cavalry, and 28 guns under command of Polk. I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to leave Cairo for the offensive. If I don't, it's kind of going to throw me off a little bit. But I think once we're in Louisville, that might prove a good enough distract. Who's that? Army of Occupation. We have not seen them in a while. Ooh. Hopefully they chase us up to Louisville and Covington. Otherwise, I'm going to have to come back to defend Knoxville and Nashville. Best laid plans don't survive first contact, but let's get into this one. Welcome, my grunts, to the 9th Battle of Cairo. Coming back to defend what is ours, but the Federals are now holding it, so we are on the assault while they are defending. Federals are defending back here along the Midwest Railroad at Davis Bend, which is this road here. We're coming in from the east by the Willis Farmhouse, so we don't have any cavalry to scout with this army. So plan is to just come straight down the main road here, up towards Big Creek Ridge, and cross at the railroad bridge and the ford here and attack up in this direction. Once again, straightforward, get this fight done as quickly as possible so we can continue on with our offensive. We're already seeing, with this attack here, we're only one day into the offensive, but it's already kind of backstepping us a little bit. So hopefully we can get this done without losing too much readiness and move back on again towards Evansville. All right, it's now 0700 a day too. We actually got to this point right here just as the day ended, thankfully. So the entire corps is together. I did have a sighting right towards the end of the day of one brigade out over here. So they're basically going to be at our attack point, it looks like. So we are going to lead this attack with the Florida Division, with my 3 legions of Florida men. That should put the fear of God into these Federals, hopefully. So I'm going to send them straight across the ford here, and I'm going to get our artillery to already detach these batteries from their divisions. I should probably just fully detach and put them with the artillery division. Set them up over here on this bank, firing across. As I saw a brigade over here, which means there's probably more out in the open. So I'm going to get these troops moving, and I'll come back in once we have the attack underway. Like I said, it's going to be very straightforward. Get across here and try to roll them up as much as possible. Change of plans. They are facing me. I'm not used to the AI actually reacting to me in a proper fashion. Should have known it was going to happen one of these days, but it doesn't change much. And so, Florida Division. Looks like you're going to be holding defensively here. We do have the Hawkins Plains rifles on these men. Actually, you come onto this fence. Might be able to start engaging some of these guys at range. You boys onto this fence. And you guys come here, sit reserve. Artillery division. I want you to have free fire, so I'm going to line you up over here where you can fire across into 2 separate batteries. I'll keep on the left side. All right, Pillow. Come down the road over here. We're going to have to go across that ford. Once he's on the move, I'll get Chatham on the move. Ooh, this is their first battle. That's right. Once we moved into Cairo, there was really no other fighting as we moved the army to Kanawha out. We're actually showing a minor defeat, really. Well, I took 103 men overnight attrition. They took 0. They're 56 morale to our 46, really. Then again, we do not control the state yet, so... Even though we control most of the major cities in it. We do control most of the major cities in Illinois. Now that I think about it. We will soon. I'm going to march through and then march through again. Okay. It'll take a while before these boys get into position because I got them so far from a road. What I'm doing with the Florida boys, probably not the best idea in the world, but it will keep these forces tied up. And do they have artillery? Can't remember. No, they do not. 0 artillery. Okay. So my guns can wail away at them without having to worry about return fire. Oh, these guys got some range. I'm wondering where I'm hearing that shooting coming from. It's from right in front of me. They got some range. Then again, I did take the Sharps Rifles project. I may not have the range to hit them. Whoa, those casualties are running up fast. Alright, I may have to pull these boys back. Yeah. Fall back on the road. liking that. They've got some range. Told you boys to fall back. That means I have to double. They either got Sharps or Whitworths. We've been capturing a lot of Whitworths. So I got a few thousand. I'm just not using them because I'm not really sold on their efficacy. Could have engaged them, but their morale's already nervous now. Yeah, we definitely would have the range to engage them. I don't know why it would show me such a short range over there. We'll just lay down for now. We're not taking any fire, but... It'll be a while before my attacking columns are in place, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now 9:46 in the morning. I'm getting ready to launch my attack here. I had Chatham cross the ford here, and line his division up here. I had Pillow cross at the bridge up here at Burton, and you can see where the original defensive works were facing this direction before they turned to face us. Pillow has just taken the objective, waiting for his division to get in position, but I'm going to start sending Chatham in. Ordered brigades individually. As soon as they begin attacking on this flank, I will send Pillow's division into a rear, and once the Federals start turning their backs, I will send the Florida men across to go little back stabby. I really want to try and do is get Chatham's division lined up here with Pillow over here in a nice little L shape and kind of box them in here at the river. Actually, I think I could start moving Pillow. I do have them on advance order, so it's going to take them a while to cross this field. Russell's got first contact of the day. Commander's not close enough for advance orders. Get over to him. I hate how they keep the commanders hanging out on one flank or another instead of like the center of their forces. Where the hell did that cavalry go? There they are. Shove these boys out of the way, please. Look at that cavalry drop. Beautiful. There's a lot of bellies hanging down right there. Take down these traitor Kentuckians. Yeah, look at them drop. Good job, boys. Hopefully this brigade passing by their flank will force them to turn out. There they go. Yep, home brigade. I gave the division commander a separate order, so I gotta order him separately again.
Sergeant, any word from the... Keep calm, boys. Soon enough we'll see the elephant.
Check your weapons. Keep them clean. Something, Sarge.
No, I gave you advance orders. What the? Advance. Just push into them. They got us ranged. Well, we do have Enfields. If they got Springfields, they got a little bit of a better range than we do.
Keep calm, boys.
Check your weapons.
Keep calm, boys.
Get a move on, damn it. There we go, turning them out. Perfect, now they're reacting. Will they abandon these entrenchments so I can push the Florida boys across? Push in. We kicked over a hornet's nest over here. They're just all moving at once. Bloody for us. There we go, force them out. Good job, boys. Move at the double, catch up. Senior brigade's getting hammered over here. Why would you turn? Every time I click on them, they seem to turn their backs for some reason. Florida, get across the damn river. Drop our readiness lower than I would like this fight. I'm down 29 morale. Over 1,200 casualties for ourselves. Oh. Senior brigade's about to break. They've taken most of the casualties. Stop and start firing, boys. What the hell direction you guys facing? I just told you to fall straight back, not do what you're doing. Alright, there they go, but we got them stuck in here, so let's see how many more casualties we can cause. So we took plenty. I want to cause more to them. I'm about to get a major victory out of this, too. there's our major victory. Beautiful. First major victory of the spring offensive. Even though it's a reclamation attack. But I'll take it. Hang in there a little longer, Senior Brigade. In front of them, please. Beautiful job, boys. Bloodier than I really wanted it to be. That's really going to drop down our readiness. But we took down 3,300 of their 13,000 infantry. We got 150 to 350 cavalry. They had no guns in their force, so a total loss of 3,500 of their 14,000 men. We lost 1,795 or 18,716 infantry. Plus up to 1797, as I guess the command staff took a hit. Alright, we did not lose any officers, I do not believe. No, we did not. Let's see if we got any of theirs. Well, we wounded their corps commander, Davidson. Wounded Brigadier General Bowen. Wounded Brigadier General Garrett. Wounded John Reynolds. Wounded a corps commander, division commander, and 2 regimental commanders. Not a bad grab. Not a bad grab at all, if I do say. I get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at the 9th Battle of Cairo. First Corps of Army of the Cumberland retreating in panic. The Emperor's probably suffered total casualties of 3,503 men. There were 574 killed and 655 captured. Our casualties totaled 1,797 men, with 240 killed, 334 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 1,300 rifles, 0 guns from the field, and sent 589 soldiers off to our prison camps. It doesn't look like any of the Federals lost face in that fight. That's a first. Especially at a major loss. Let's get that battle rolled off. Our Middle Tennessee is finally reaching Bowling Green. Army of Eastern Tennessee is pushing on. I have no idea what the hell's going on with this corps back here. They're just kind of stuck on the river. I wonder if we turn around and go after the Army of Occupation. I think we can safely ignore them for now. And these boys did not retreat far at all, so we're going to have to hit them again. As much as I dislike that, they are delaying my plans, but we got to get them gone. And the harem is now halfway to Fort Wayne. Weather here is still not very good. I could have waited on moving them, but it was time to move. Army Kanawha is about to cross the Terre Haute. How's your readiness looking? It's only been 2 days, so it's going to take you a while before his readiness is back up. And it looks like these boys are still holding in place, but the snow is melting, slowly but surely melting away. You can see the gradients of green here. And 15 more days on that fort. I know you only have a 2-battle rule for these episodes, but I think we can squeeze in a third one for this episode. I'm just kind of raring to go now that I can start attacking again. All right, it's now 7 a.m. of April 4th, and we have come back into contact with the 1st Corps Army of Virginia and the 2nd Corps Army of the James. Corps of the Army of Virginia is not taking part in this battle, as their readiness is probably not high enough for it. But 2nd Corps didn't fight us in the last battle. They just kind of hid away in the corner of the map and then retreated from the field without supporting the other corps. So they have 7,660 infantry, 2,700 cavalry, and 59 guns under command of John Wool. We're bringing 16,438 infantry, 781 cavalry, and 24 guns. Let's see if we can't get ourselves another major victory here, because they don't have that many forces. And hopefully their morale is not that good. Johnson's still in the green. I want to keep him there. Hopefully we can get this one done quick and dirty, just like the last battle. Welcome, my grunts, to the Battle of James and Kanawha Canal. We are on the Fredericksburg map, which I'm kind of surprised we got. This a little far away from it, but I kind of think we're like kind of halfway between Seven Pines and Fredericksburg, so we drew this map. The Federals are defending Taylor Hill. Their morale's at 44 to our 55, though it's going to raise up during the day as we try to close in on them. And James Hill, it's kind of a tough nut to crack coming from this direction. It's kind of a plateau where the Rappahannock wraps around it. So my plan is to actually come march through town, because we're starting down here, so it's just easier to follow the main roads through town, and then come down the Orange Pike and move up the river road to this location here. So I don't want to be attacking uphill over here. That'll just be pretty bad for us. So I want to try and swing out around here and attack across the top of the plateau or the hill here. So it's probably going to take me most of the day to get my forces there. As much as I want to get this done as quickly as possible, probably will take me most of the day to get there. It's a long march with a lot of bad terrain in between. So I'll come back in once I have contact with the feds. Right, it's now 11:30 in the morning. We do have the federal side, or at least their right flank, which is made up of their cavalry division. So it looks like they're spread from here along here down to Taylor. I don't have anything over here to sight them with. Though right now I am thinking of moving one of my divisions onto Canal Island and setting my artillery up there, which might work. Just to give the Federals something to look at. They should see the cavalry. They're just not reacting to it. I'm actually not very far away from them with it. Kind of at a bad spot for them to be because I have nobody nearby. My line of march did get messed up moving into Fredericksburg. Somebody's cohesion is kind of low right now, so I'm going to give them until about 12:30 to get their cohesion back before I start moving the men back into position. But I think moving... So I wasn't going to use Jackson's division for this attack as he led the attack in the last fight. I was going to use Ewell's division attacking from here. I think I might move Jackson down here and see if we can actually draw the Federals to us, but I don't want to be downhill of them. No, I'm not going to put anybody on this island. It's just not good. What I should do is move one of my divisions here. No, we'll do an on-echelon attack from up here. I'm not going to be wishy-washy on this on-echelon attack straight across the open top. So, once again, I'll be back once I'm ready to begin my assault. All right, it's now 15:30, and I do have my forces in position to begin the attack. It's a good thing I did not send anybody over here to Canal, because the batteries the Federals have lined up here are... Yeah, it would have been a Malvern Hill situation, so... Let's start pushing this attack in. Get those orders out. Yeah, I was waiting for the artillery to get up here, but I decided to stop waiting. They're just taking forever. The hell are you boys doing? Just goddamn go. This is annoying. Give them straight attack orders, and I don't know what the hell they're doing. Move forward into rifle range. Let's go, boys. Sometimes. One brigade going in alone because I don't know what the hell these two are doing. Especially first. Actually, first MSG's also the brigade's been screwing up my line of march. So I'm about ready to take Gist out of command. Yeah, I think Gist has to go.
How much longer, Sarge? How much longer, Sarge? How much longer, Sarge?
Nope, looks like they're turning the faces. Good. Oh, yeah, keep on doing that, boys. French, get ready to hit that flank. Ooh, they are really reacting. All right, French. Let's push it up. More boys back there. All right, they're already starting to fall apart. All those batteries to face this way, that is not good. Thankfully, we're just outside of canister. Who's wounded? Huh. I had a Buford in my army. I had no idea. You don't think of Buford when you think of rebels. Boys, get in there and start shooting. infantry going to come over and support this artillery. They're going to let us rip them apart little by little. I guess, wow, I was getting heavily counter-battered, didn't even notice. What's going on with you boys? Oh, that's First Kentucky, that's why. Where you are and start firing. I can't believe you're still over there. Fire burns these batteries. You should have seen them off already. Whoa! Cavalry in my rear. Where did you boys come from? Stewart, get your boys over here. Wondering why they were showing reared out. Oh, there they go, they're retreating. Ooh, where the hell did these boys come from? That was scary. I'm not used to getting reared out like that. Unless these were units we broke and they came. No, 300. Yeah, we didn't fight these units at all. Chase them off, boys. Took a lot of casualties in this attack. 869 casualties. Jeez. Those batteries did a lot of damage. It was basically a Malvern Hill scenario, though. That looks to be about it. Let's speed this along. Alright, that did not go as I expected at all. All those batteries, jeez, and they moved them quickly. My batteries never moved that fast. They got them very quickly into position. So we took down 450 of their 7,500 infantry. Now, infantry's really what I wanted to go after in this fight. We got 650 of their 2,700 cavalry. We got all 60 of their guns, total also 1,500 of their 11,000 men. We lost 840 of our 16,432 infantry, 25 of our 780 cavalry, 2 of our 24 guns. Total loss of 894 of our 17,517 men. Almost 2-to-1 in casualties. I wish it would have been a little lower because that's going to drop our readiness down. All right, we had 1 officer wounded, battery commander Buford, and Courtney's battery's basically wiped out. I think they're down to 7 men. But once again, no viewer units in this force. I'm going to see if we got any of their officers. Wounded Brigadier General Crook. Killed Lieutenant Colonel Gwynn. Killed Major Randolph. Killed Lieutenant Colonel Hayes. Wounded Major Whedon. Captured Major Sibling. Wounded Mendenhall. Wounded Captain Kautz. Wounded Major Garner. Wounded Stevens. Rhodes. Wounded Croxton. Wounded Wilson. And killed Jones. Wow, 13 officers. 2 of them killed in action. Damn, it's all batteries, though. So, like, battery commanders, like, once they come on fire, like, their officers go down pretty quickly. But that's a big grab. That's 13 officers out of this fight. So that's 13 officers with experience that are gone from the field. Gotta love it. Victory at the James and Kanawha Battle of James and Kanawha Canal. I was about to say hotel. I don't know why. Battle of James and Kanawha Canal has ended with 2nd Corps retreating in panic. The Adams reported suffered total casualties of 1,547 men. There are 234 killed and 304 captured. Our casualties total 894 men, with 282 killed, 105 missing, and the rest are wounded. Captured 450 rifles and 16 guns from the field and sent 279 soldiers off to our prison camps. And Colonel Pryor became famous out of that battle, so he's going to be getting a promotion. And they blamed the loss on poor old Lieutenant Colonel Gwynn, who was also killed in action. So it's 2 battles where they blamed the loss on someone who's been killed in action. Hate seeing that. Do we finally get rid of these guys? Second's retreating. First is staying in place. And that's dropped us to yellow readiness, but let's move forward again. Need to get rid of this corps. Maybe they'll move off, maybe they won't. But before anything else, let me get Pryor promoted before I forget. Gist, I'm gonna replace your ass. One more battle, the way you've been going, I may just replace you. 7th, how did he become famous? He really didn't do anything. But he's now famous, so he gets the promotion. There they go. Finally. All right, I'm going to move these boys back to Richmond. I'll get the readiness up the quickest before I can move them west into Western Virginia. A little bit of a delay, but not much. It shouldn't take them too long to get their readiness back up. Wow, they already passed the Bank Act. That was quick. How we looking here? Almost into Louisville with the Army of Middle Tennessee. Army of Eastern Tennessee is almost to Covington. Army of Western Tennessee is now at Salem. It's a good thing I had them chase this corps there. All right, let's move you boys on to Vicennes. And then we'll move them south into Evansville. We're almost into Indianapolis. And almost at Fort Wayne. So things are moving apace. It looks like the Army of Southwest Missouri might be on the move again. All right, it's now April 5th. We're 5 days into the offensive. And outside of our little hiccup here and possibly the 2 corps hanging out back behind us over here, unless they chase us, things are moving apace. So I do believe we're going to end this episode here. So once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so the next video comes out. Following along in the series and enjoying it, don't forget to bayonet that like button and butt stroke that comment section. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.